Tomorrow is Budget Day in Manitoba. We'll learn more on how and what the province plans to do to help Manitobans navigate a trade war with the U.S. The Canadian Federation of Independent Business, or CFIB, has a few items on its wish list to help ease some of the pressures businesses will face economically. Joining us now from the CFIB is Brianna Solberg. Good morning, Brianna.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for joining us. Now, tell us about what your members are saying right now.
Well, as you can imagine, our members have been expressing a lot of concern about the uncertainty that they're facing due to these U.S.-Canadian tariffs and also now threats of tariffs from China. So, our members are telling us they need long-term, lasting affordability relief in order to help navigate these very turbulent times. So we've called on the province to implement some lasting tax relief and affordability relief in this budget. We've called on them to look at removing the RST from capital expenditures such as machinery and equipment, and that's to encourage investment at a time when these tariffs threaten to disincentivize people from investing in the growth and expansion of their business. And we've also called on them to look at removing the RST from all forms of insurance used by business owners, because we know from our members that insurance costs are consistently cited as one of their main cost constraints.
Which businesses are the most worried right now?
Well, for us, it's the small businesses who are dealing with these cost increases, but have very thin margins to work with. And it's those that, will have a hard time pivoting and finding new suppliers. We've heard from some already that they've experienced canceled contracts or delayed shipments of incoming inventory. And, it's those businesses that really operate from month to month on thin margins that are the most concerned about this.
And so you met with the finance minister to discuss some of these, and what did you hear?
We heard that they are going into this with an open mind. We heard that potentially they may have a couple different budgets leading up to this, that they may have had two options, one if tariffs were on and one if tariffs were off. And we've heard some affordability, some help announced, the idea to defer taxes for businesses on PST remittances and defer payroll tax payments. Those are good measures. It's a good start, but those are temporary measures. And so we need long-term lasting relief.
Okay, so we heard what you want, what's on your wish list. What is it that you'll see in the budget that will not make business happy?
Any sort of fee increases or tax hikes. Business owners cannot deal with any cost increases right now. So they're looking for stability and some predictability. Another thing I didn't mention is Manitoba is one of the only provinces that has a provincial payroll tax as well. So we've also called for the payroll tax threshold to increase to $2.5 million to help exempt more of our small business members from paying that levy.
So have some of the businesses that you were talking about, are they already talking about transitioning their business model because of these tariffs?
We know for a fact, yes, many have had to make adjustments. They've had to look for alternative suppliers. They've had to market themselves differently. Thankfully, we've seen a lot of shop local campaigning, which has helped give some hope to many of our small business members. We know during the pandemic, the shop local campaigning that we saw helped many get through that difficult time. So business owners have been hoping that if they stock their shelves with more Canadian products, then they'll attract more Canadian consumers.
Okay, so if the consumers are watching right now, obviously, what would you tell them?
I'd say compassion over convenience goes a long way when we are able to support our local small businesses with our dollars. 66 cents of every dollar that we spend locally stays within the local economy, as opposed to only 11 cents of every dollar when we shop at a large multinational.
Brianna, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.